friends, today we are making a clay elephant head. So we're just going to take a round ball of clay and we're going to just squeeze it, mush it down until it becomes flat. So I'm using my fingers like this and my thumbs, and I'm just smashing it all the way around like this, even using the palm of my hand to get this to, I have oil pastels under my fingernails from last project. I just taped, so ignore that. Okay, so we're mashing it down like this. We want to get it flat. Okay. I don't want it too thin. Let me show you. See that? Don't want it too thin because I don't want it to break. So this is a good thickness for it, for the beginning of it. Okay. And now I'm going to start to push the center in. Okay. Now that we have it flat, I'm pushing that center in with my finger. Starting to look like the letter U over here. Okay. Can you see what we're doing? We're starting the shape of the ears. Okay. And then I'm going to smash that down a little bit more. Now I'm going to take a toothpick and I'm going to, on it like a diagonal, I'm going to push it down here. Like that. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side, and I'm going to try and make them even. Just push it down. I'm going to use the sharp end of it to get all the way down in there, like that. So you could see now those will be my ears, okay? So now that we have that separated, I'm going to take the rest of this clay in the middle and I'm going to start to curve it in. See that? Towards the back. Okay, you could even flip it over. I got it towards the back, like that. So we folded it, okay? And now I can start pinching, pinching, pinching to make the trunk of my elephant. Okay, this is just going to take some work and patience, but we are going to keep pinching. We definitely don't want it to fall off of the rest of the head, so you might have to take your finger and make sure that I'm now on the back of it. See, it's upside down, and make sure that this is really attached good with your finger. Just push it in, smooth it out. I'm going to flip it back over. Okay. And I want my elephant's trunk to curve up. So I'm going to turn it on its side here so you could see. Just going to curve it up. Okay. Now I'm going to start to use some water because you see it's very bumpy and I want it to look nice and smooth. So I'm going to just dip my finger in a little bit of water. And I'm going to start to smooth it out. See how I'm rubbing and then all those little cracks go away. I even have to do it on the side here. Pushing this down to make the head a little more defined there. We're just rubbing in the water, getting rid of all those little bumps and cracks. Now I want my head to be a little bit more raised. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to flip it over, and I want to just take my finger and push the ear back a little bit and push the head forward like that. So my ear goes back a little bit. My head goes forward like that. Oops. Oh, it's starting to look like a cute little elephant. A little more water. I want the very ends to be a little bit pointy, so I'm just going to pinch them. You could just play with it and shape the ears until you like them, and try and make them look similar to the other side. I'm going to look the same. Just pushing that down a little. And I did not smooth out my trunk yet, so I'm going to do that. We're just working with air dry clay here. So I'm just going to let it sit after we're all done and let it harden on its own. So yeah, I'm just turning it all around to make sure that all the sides are smooth and that I could see it all the way around. All right. You take your time and mold it until you're happy with it. And then we're going to use our toothpick, give it some detail. So first, I'm just going to take my pinky finger and I'm just going to push a little bit on this side, little bit on that side, like that. Just with my pinky. For the eyes, okay, put a little dot in the middle. And then I'm going to make a little line like this, a line like that. And then I want those little lines going across here. And they don't all have to be the same length. Some could be shorter, some could be longer. Like that. Do some peeking out the sides here too. And then I'm going to make a little curve here. This will make it easier for when we paint. And we got to match it on the other side. And then I'm going to make another line up here and up here. After I make my lines, I'm just pushing it a little bit with my fingers so that that other extra clay gets pushed down. All right. There's our elephant. We're going to have some fun when it's time to decorate him. We're going to use lots of patterns and paints and colors. So now we just have to be patient and let it dry. I'm going to hold it up this way so you can see the 2 holes by the trunk. Oops. And then put a few lines like this. Okay, now our little friend is ready. We just have to wait till he dries.